Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Mo Hamadi and welcome back to thebusinesslounge.com. Now, all of us get caught wasting time at one point or another, and that sometimes gets in the way of our more important tasks that need to get finished. And if I'm being completely honest, most people don't really work hard unless they're under pressure or have a bunch of deadlines that they need to meet. That's why I figured today I'd talk to you about how to build self-discipline to make sure you're doing a lot more of what you need to get done. So right out the gate, let me start by saying it's completely normal for you to be lazy most of the time. But I'm not telling you that so you can keep using it as an excuse to stay lazy. No, we need to try to break that habit. And let me tell you, if I was able to start building that discipline in areas that matter most in my life, like reading, getting enough sleep, exercising, saving, then trust me, you can too. Growing up, the only thing I really had discipline in was sports, and that's probably because of my two older brothers who I always felt I had to one-up just to keep up with them. But anything else was really a struggle for me until some years back. But anyways, let's get back to the topic at hand. So there's this thing we all have inside of us called willpower. It's your ability to control your actions. Like, for example, how easy it is for you to pass on ordering fast food and instead cooking a healthy home-cooked meal for yourself. Or how easy it is to put aside whatever you're doing or had planned and start working on an assignment or a task that you need to complete. Or how easy it is for you to hit the gym when you don't feel like going. But the problem with willpower is that it's limited. And by that I mean every time you do something you're not comfortable doing, your willpower starts depleting. And actually by quite a bit, just so you know. So if you start doing something and your willpower is at a high level or it's strong, chances are you're going to be able to do it. This is why so many people prefer going to the gym when they first wake up and getting that out of the way. Their willpower is full, they're completely rested, it also sets a great tone for the rest of their day, and they usually get more done. Now you might be wondering, if willpower gets depleted throughout the day, then how or why are there so many people who seem to stay productive the entire day and it's like they never have any time to waste? Well, the obvious answer is they use much less willpower than you when they work on something. Instead of using their willpower every single time they want to do something productive, they actually turn that thing into a habit. So their body and mind are used to doing those things every day, and so they become second nature to them now, which means they don't use much willpower. And this is something that you can do too if you train yourself in a way that it won't seem so draining to do all the things that you want to get done. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't find it difficult to do that every morning after waking up, at least I hope not, because it's something you do every single morning and you've gotten used to it, right? In other words, it's become a habit for you, and this can be applied to almost anything else in your life. So let's say you decide you want to start going to the gym regularly in the morning. Of course, for the first few days, it's going to be really hard for you to get your butt out of bed or off the couch and hit those weights. And most people will give up within their first few weeks because it's not a habit that they formed yet. It's going to take a lot of willpower to do that, but once you do it enough and it turns into a habit, it becomes as easy as brushing your teeth. Think about that for a second. How great would it be if putting your body through a rigorous workout becomes as mentally straining as brushing your teeth every morning? That's a pretty good feeling to have, and not to mention how jacked you'd be. This is a very realistic way you can begin to gain that willpower and have that discipline to begin building more productive habits in your daily life. You want to start reading books? Start creating a habit of reading books. You want to start building a side hustle or study for a class or a course a couple hours after work? Create that habit of working at night. You want to start meditating or doing yoga? Start building that habit, and so on and so forth. But don't make the mistake of trying to build too many different habits at once, because as I mentioned before, it takes a lot of willpower and usually at least a month to begin having something that resembles a habit. So just start one at a time. Maybe this month you start developing a habit to go to the gym in the morning, which might mean you need to sleep earlier to have enough time before you start your day in the office or wherever you need to be. So you might also need to start building that discipline to change your sleep habits as well. Maybe the month after you start to read books more often, and then the month after that you maybe try to work at times you're not too comfortable with, like a few hours after work spent on a side hustle or catching up on projects that you need to get done. In a matter of months, I promise you'll become a totally different and more disciplined person. And I know that might seem like a lot of time, but the great news is once you've built those habits, they last for a lifetime, assuming that you keep it up, of course. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a huge thumbs up, and also make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications if you haven't done it yet, so you know whenever I come out with any more how-tos or more business and finance related videos. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me to the end, and I really hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And until my next one, I wish all of you well, and I'll see you soon. Ciao!